In Britain, no social issue is bigger than whether cream or jam is the first to be added to a scone. The second biggest is the pronunciation of the word scone. It rhymes with gone, by the way. Don't argue, the King says it like that and it's his English. If I had £1 for every time I have been asked by a journalist, a student or correspondent on social media what my take on the jam versus cream debate is, I would not be writing this book. I would be far too busy getting expensively bronzed and preparing to host an alfresco dinner at my Massilian villa on Mystique. Every 6 months or so, the cream-jam debate comes back around in the British press, often prompted by the actions of someone of note. During the electioneering of 2015, the then Prime Minister David Cameron visited a cafe in Barnstaple, Devon, and pronounced that in Devon you add jam first and then cream to scones, which, for those new to this matter of life and death, is the Cornish way, not the Devonian. This was a very serious breach of local custom. You can imagine the uproar. It's a miracle he wasn't removed from office and terrorised by the clotted cream resistance faction known as the URA. William and Catherine, who, please note, currently hold the titles of Duke and Duchess of Cornwall, wade into the clotted cream quagmire in 2023. Catherine said she preferred cream last, while William remained diplomatic and didn't even give an explicit answer. Devon and Cornwall are the lead producers of clotted cream, and aside from their dairy production, these two most southwesterly counties in England famously like to find ways to annoy each other. I suspect their distinct edicts on where to stick the cream came about as an example of this. When I teach afternoon tea etiquette, which sometimes is several times a day, in 2014 I had 72 teas, I aver that if you are eating a scone in Devon, do cream first, and if you are in Cornwall, cream last. If you are elsewhere in the world, just do it however you please. Like the Prince of Wales, I prefer to be neutral and suggest doing one half one way and the other half the other. Incidentally, the island of Jersey also produces very good clotted cream. They have no strong feeling either way on whether it goes before or after the jam, just so long as it's taxed as little as possible. Brits from the southwest listening to this audiobook may possibly have thrown their headphones across the room, because I have not decreed that one way is preferable to the other. It's a weird quirk of British etiquette that we have decided such little detail matters, and that those who disagree are to be treated with great suspicion. But it is representative of the eccentricities of our nation's behavioural codes and customs. In a similar vein, I was once away for work, deep in Riyadh. I was there to teach international business protocol to a leading Saudi bank, then a twice-annual booking. That particular afternoon session took an unusual turn when, during a scheduled discussion on boardroom seating dynamics, one of the 12 graduates, it was always 10 men and 2 women, queried why I had just flagged, as a passing thought, that in Britain none of us would be able to sit down to eat together, as we were a group of 13. But why should that be an issue? I was gently interrogated. Well, Abdulaziz, in Britain we say that 13 cannot sit down for any lunch or dinner, or else one of the party may die. Only after being re-challenged on this did I have a heart-in-mouth moment when I realised I was about to start extemporising about the New Testament in a deeply conservative Muslim country. But to both my surprise and my relief, after I had carefully explained how there were 13 during the Last Supper, and that this had led to Judas's betrayal of Jesus and the latter's crucifixion, none of the group seemed bothered by my synoptic summary. Instead, my pragmatic students wanted to know how we in Britain coped at Christmas if, by chance, there were 13 in the family. Did we disinvite Granny? Did we build a second dining room? No, it's perfectly simple, I started with a broad smile. What some British families do is we set the table for 14 people, get an old teddy bear from the nursery, and we pop it on the 14th chair and invite the teddy to join us for lunch. As I stopped talking, I surveyed my students' stunned faces. They clearly thought that I, along with those in Britain who would do this, had completely lost the plot.